assign the knobs to different things on this. Okay, and to do that you need to go back to the layout screen. Once you're there, you've got your keyboard again. This time you want to pick up one of the directional knobs, okay, just like so. So you go back to here, the hardware assignment, and this is where you choose again what channel and what device you want it to receive a message from. So I'm going to choose my audio interface, and I only want to do it on channel 1. Okay, the rest doesn't really matter right now because all you do is you click the learn button. Now if you can see, the box around the directional knob when learn's off is blue and it turns red when learn's on. Now you can choose whichever knob that you want on your EMX. When you've got learn clicked, you just turn it, and as you can see it's then turning the knob on the screen. Okay, so once you've twiddled it a few times and it knows that that's the signal it needs to receive, just click learn again. This means that you can now go to the edit side of things again. Okay, so when you're back on the edit side of things, this is how we then tell this what to do. Okay, so we make sure we've got that clicked, the blue boxes around it, and we click the map parameter button, which is just here. Okay, it goes red. Okay, and then we double click on the I/O here, because this is the synth that it's using. Okay, so you've got your software instrument up right there. I know that I want to make that knob that I've just assigned to cut off, so you click on cut off. Okay, and then that's it, it's done. You're done. Okay, so unclick the map parameter again, which is just there, and close the MIDI instrument. Okay, so now when I press the button, I can also now control the cutoff. Now you can do that with as many knobs as you like, or as few. You don't have to do any at all. Okay. Now the next bit that I'm going to set up to show you as an example is the drum part, which is going straight from the out of the EMX to the in of the audio card. Now to do this, we click add channel strip again. Okay. Now as you can see, a dialog box comes up, and instead of software instrument, this time we want audio. Okay. Now as you can see, input 1 and 2 because it's stereo. Okay. Now it's okay, we were mono out, but the important part is that we are in number 1. Okay. So we create that audio strip. Now as you can see here, the blue waveform appears. The blue waveform is a audio input, whereas the green one with the note is a MIDI strip. Okay, so it's important that we've got the blue. Now I'm just going to go back to the edit side of things, and I'm just going to grab a fader, stick it there, and a meter. I'm just going to plonk it there. Again, resize them afterwards. By the time that you've got a the whole 5 of them there, you have to squish them down. Go back to edit, click on the fader, and down at the bottom here it says audio 1. Now we click on that, and we want this fader to control the volume. Okay, now we click on the meter and come back down to audio 1, click on it, and this time we want to know what the input level is. Okay. The next thing to do is go back down to the channel strip, that's the audio one, and click on these double circles here, because that turns the channel into a mono channel, and that's what we want. So if we go back up here, we can see we now got the volume control, and when we start playing the drums, I'll just hit some now. You can see the drums now play through there. So that's the basics of how you set up an individual channel and the audio for the drums. Now of course there's 5 channels for the EMX, so you need to do what I've done there, and however many knobs you do or don't want to control via the EMX 5 other times. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and load up one of my patches that I've done for this, and I'll just quickly go through some things on that because I've done some extra things on mine, but I'll just go through them when I've loaded it up. Okay, so this is the patch that I actually use with my band when I'm doing my stuff for YouTube. As you can see, I've got the 5 different channels across the bottom here, which correspond to the 5 channels on the EMX. This keyboard up at the top here is the Mac keyboard, because you can bring a keyboard in. It just means you can add extra little things. You know, you can use your actual typing keyboard to make some music on. Here I've got the patch select, because each of my songs has a different channel strip, so each of them have different sounds, so I can't just have one overall. I have to, much like in the EMX how you change the patches because they use different sounds, that does that. I've got this is just a picture of the EMX just because there's some space and I don't like the blackness of it. Here I've got my audio channel for my drums, and the one extra thing that I've got up in the corner here is a master volume and mute control that controls the whole audio interface. So if everything goes wrong, I can just master mute it. Okay, so that was my slapdash tutorial on how to get the EMX to work with MainStage. I hope that helped a little and didn't confuse too many people. It's only a quick look at it, but thanks for listening. Cheers.